Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 164 and 165. We are in a chain of facing Ball, String, all these guys, all these priests. It's been kind of a chain of fights, which we've seen in other arcs now, where we're seeing people kind of get like everyone in the Straw Hats getting into a series of fights with different people, and this one is no different. You know, with everyone split up and everything, so it's been going pretty good so far. If you guys are new to the channel and you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell so you know when these come out. You can also check these episodes out early and uncut over on patreon.com/ajrich123. The link is in the description, and let's go ahead and start. So it'd be that tough. Wait, did she see that? What the hell? Is Mantra she able to see things or something? Oh, that is a useful skill. So they are getting information from that. They're using her for information as well. That's probably something they're really utilizing. I can see that giving them a good upper hand. Bribing. Even though they've defeated Ball, those things are still out there. Still using that scream. They gotta keep with that, I guess. At least Usopp was able to acquire what he was trying to acquire. They each did their part in a chain of events. At least the bright side is you're still with it, and you were able to get on there, but you took a ton of damage. Probably more convenient, too. Oh shit, I forgot about Chopper. He's still falling. For an episode, he's been falling in the water. Seeing someone falling in water, I fully expect an anime opening music to just start playing. And yep, the infinite amount of those creatures. Oh, I thought maybe that kid was the only one that had that, but now, oh, it's the same. It's the same thing. So mantra is what that kid used to be able, and the way they explained it, they're using the same thing. So does certain people get that? Because the way, I don't know, they didn't say everybody had mantra. At least if they did, I missed it. But they did say when they were talking about the kid's mantra, they were talking about her mantra is that she can hear the voices. So can this, whatever this mantra thing is, can it be different for each person, or do they use it differently? That's something that I'm gonna try to pay attention and figure out here. Does he always have something in his mouth or something he's trying to, or something he's trying to get out of his throat? They're all guarding the way. He seems stronger than Ball, so are the other two even stronger than him? And then we have these guys now too. We're separate. Damn bazooka! Well, now shit's gonna get crazy. Cause it's not just Luffy and the gang, it's everybody else. You know, 3 different things happening at once here, but you know, 3 different groups. This is actually a good thing for Luffy and everybody though, if you think about it. Because now they're not gonna have to fight the ordeals by themselves. At least that's the way it doesn't seem like. They're gonna have this outside presence, though they might end up having to fight him them as well. They might have to fight that group as well. So it's a hit or miss. I think it matters how their luck runs here, because if they do good, then if they don't run into them, then they'll have a better time. But if they run into them, I think they'll still attack. Yeah, it's a crapshoot here. She's gotta stop falling. That's all she has to do. I'm sure that slippery moss looking stuff isn't easy to walk on. I should have counted how many times they do that. Huh. How is that all connected to what she wants to do in life, though? Yeah, I had a feeling he'd still be okay, but... Oh, I thought it was gonna be that big blue wave thing we saw a few episodes ago. That's kind of... Well, we've seen a ton of birds here, so maybe not so random. I think she lost it long ago. Damn, they're just going full kamikaze, lighting fires in the forest. They wouldn't have left him, him if they didn't believe in him. Nami is not having a good day. What is she seeing over there? Time to go back to sleep. They gotta find the rest of their group. That one-liner. What is it, a wall or... Oh, is it a... What? Yeah, which you can kind of deduce from looking at it. The other half of the island that was ripped up, which is that island, and that's why there's half a house there. Oh, Jesus. So the... Huh. And these are the ones they needed, but they're also on this island that used to be on the ground, so you could find things that were from the ground there still. Huh. I mean, being in half a house split like that, pretty good proof something's weird. Which is the jungle they're on now, right? That island. Damn, so everything was true then. Now they could actually prove it, really. So half of it went up the same way that they got up there. And that's how it ended up landing up there and staying on there. Well, now we're learning things. So it's a phenomenon. Is now didn't sink but floated up. No wonder it's sacred land, because it appeared, of course it would be a you know, a interesting sight, you know, a somewhere. It's just, now that we know that that's true and it comes from down below and it's part of the island, now we have all this conflict there, and then you know, gods and fighting and different groups split up. I still think there's missing pieces that we do not have right now, but I like that I think this is something I really do enjoy about One Piece, is we get answers, and it was pretty straightforward, really. It threw it in our face, so I did like that. You couldn't miss it. It's like, yes, this is part of that island from up above. But I like that it was also attached to the story. The story had significance, as well as the way they got up there is the same way that island shooted up. It's kind of, I don't know, I like that type of stuff. Like them using something that's told earlier on in the story, and then you wonder how that even happens, or and if people actually survive going up that, and now we know the island came up the same way. I don't know, I think that's kind of neat. Yeah, so this is what happened in the past, and that's how it rose up. That's cool though. Like, that looks awesome. That is a sky island. But where is the gold then? If it's called the City of Gold. She's not afraid of that if there's money involved. Birds versus, you know, really cool. Really, I mean, I like how they're riding up on here. Infinite birds. Still has that amusement park riding an amusement park ride. Well, we know 2 more are just sitting and waiting. Well, it can't be String, we know that. Because he's in the air. It just smells like death. Luffy's always looking forward to it, regardless. There's skulls in his face. He's like, it's okay. Oh, so they're in the same area. Like, they're right next to each other. Oh, they are right in the middle. Oh, or they're the target? Nice. I also thought they would kind of attack both. That's what I was thinking. Only if they ran into them, they would like confront them. Like horseshoe shoes. Skates. It's the same guy? Oh! Kind of forgot about that guy already. They're not gonna, yeah. Usopp, I don't think that's gonna help. I would think that would be tougher at this point than moving forward. Yeah, there's a lot to them. Usopp, you're just be there for the ride, man. You'll be all right. At least they're not in a fight like everybody else. So because of this, they're not gonna have to fight the ordeals then? I was trying to remember who that guy reminded me of. If you've played Final Fantasy VII Remake, one of the Turks. Damn. Oh, lots of fighting going on here. Holy hell. It's the longest ride ever on a ducky. There's always something that goes wrong. You could turn so many things they do into rides or... This would be fun, but I would definitely puke. I'm pretty sure I would. Yep, I'd be right there with you, Usopp. He's doing, well, I guess it's 2 with this pet, but 2 on, what, 50? So it's time's passed a bit, that entire fight's going on. Well... That's gonna hurt. Bazooka to the face. Who survives that type of shit? Oh, wow, that's negative, Robin. Jesus. Oh, the way it showed them when they were okay, it looked like they were a little bit away from the ship. Maybe it was just the way it was presented. Really? Up, down, up, down. This is an adventure. And where there's adventure, apparently there's those damn things. It's a punching. It's a punching and tons of fisting. Had to take the long way and go on a wild ride and they finally show up there. Well, everybody's together now, so what is the plan? Yeah, that's another issue they have to address as well. Yeah, I mean, cares about him more than the ship. I'm sure he will. He's getting so much better. He really did defend the ship. He's done everything for everybody else. I'm sure he could give them a lot of information. He'd just rather play with his beard. And they're gonna have to fix the ship like they always do. They can camp, party, and then they still have to fight. They're all oh my god, they're just laying there dead. They really slayed all those things, but god, I would think there'd be Jesus, I would think there'd be something. I don't know if I'd trust eating that. Oh yeah, since they were all split up, they all have different information that they can use to help each other out and figure it all out together. And now we know it has something to do with the thing that they're doing is something to do with mantra. Did you really learn anything though, Usopp? Thank you, Usopp. You already got adventure. You want more? That went over his head. Let's be real. 2 groups of enemies. That's what Luffy thinks about that. The biggest thing we learned in this episode is this mantra thing, which is presented from the with that kid being able to hear voices far away, and I'll probably have to rewatch that part, but it's something to do with that. And this is what I was wondering, because then later it was mentioned that the ball was using his mantra, meaning they probably have that as well, right? He was predicting moves. Then we saw String doing the exact same thing because he was saying what they were gonna do right before they do it. The girl was able to see what they were doing or where they were at, but it was just far away. It wasn't like she was getting it before they did it, right? So you would think it would be different than what Ball and String were doing. That's what makes me think this mantra might be different person to person, and maybe not everybody can use this. And how do you acquire that? Is it something you're just born with, or is this like, how rare is it? I think when it was said there, I had about 50 questions that popped up, but they did answer some of it right after they said it, which was nice. At least we know kind of what it does and now how it applies to the priests. But now they have 2 different sets of enemies, and that's going to be the real trouble, even though Luffy's not afraid, and that's typical to his character of just wanting an adventure and stuff. But they could be in real trouble. I mean, it doesn't help that they've all been in fights, or well, some of them have been in fights. So they're not at 100%. Well, actually, now that I think about it, when are they? There's always some type of disadvantage. Zoro's at a disadvantage. Luffy's sleeping or is eating. Zoro's hurt or sleep. You know what I mean? I just like that they did the island thing where, I mean, what is that, 10 or so more, God, more than that, episodes ago, they're, talking about that island, and they're on Jaya, and that island actually ends up being a part of it, which I thought it was, I mean, because they had mentioned it was from, the ground or whatever. It was obviously from the ground, and because we see it's different, it had to be, because why else was this thing forest in a different area than everything else in the sky? That made no sense. When it came to that, this makes absolutely the most sense of it going up the same way they did. And that was just a very refreshing thing, having it go up the same way that we learned they went up. Meaning that initially the island went up. Can you call something a natural occurrence? Because I'm not trying to think in like real life terms. So if it's something that happens constantly at a certain time, you can call it a natural occurrence to this world, to One Piece, right? So I guess we could call this a natural occurrence, rising up there. You tell me if I'm wrong here. Rising up and rising that island on there. But I think the biggest questions that made me think of is, why is it a sacred spot? Why is it so important? But I just like to know more, I guess. That's I guess that's this episode just answered a few questions, but added a few more, which I'm used to with this show and other shows I do. That's just what they like to do. But anyway, If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Smash the like button, hit the notification bell. If you want to see these episodes early and uncut, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123, twitch.tv/ajrich. All my links are down below in the description. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.